Many fans idealize their idols as the perfect person who doesn't make mistakes. But it's actually quite the opposite, as idols are flesh and blood people like any other, who may or may not have good intentions. In the K-pop's history, not only have there been idols who have unfortunately suffered sexual harassment, but there are many of these stars who have once been reported for being sexual abusers. Surely you already have an idea of the most popular cases of sexual harassers in K-pop, but we invite you to continue watching this video to know all the details. Number 5. Woojin, former Stray Kids member. In 2020, former Stray Kids member Woojin was involved in a controversy due to a public complaint of sexual harassment made by an anonymous account on social media. Apparently, the victim was at a club with some friends when they suffered harassment by a K-pop star. The person didn't give the idol's full name, but clarified that it begins with W, and explained the idol approached them and began to touch his or her sensitive parts without consent and insisted they accompany him to another place. The event was directly related to Woojin, and although the anonymous account was deleted, netizens didn't take long to capture the accusations that went viral on Twitter. As a result of all the controversy, and despite the fact it wasn't confirmed, Woojin hasn't stopped receiving hate comments toward his person to this day.
생각은 그렇게 했을지는 저도 정확히는 잘 모르겠는데 그냥 그 생각은 해요.
Number 4. Onew, SHINee. In 2017, SHINee's leader was denounced by a woman for having touched her intimate parts without her consent. The event would have taken place in a club the night the artist was celebrating his debut as a DJ. After the testimonies, the police accused the idol of forced sexual abuse, without arrest. Later, SM Entertainment, the artist's agency, shared a statement about the case, claiming that it was all a misunderstanding caused by alcohol, and that Onew may have made unintentional contact with some people while dancing. The complaint acknowledged that the situation was caused by alcohol and made an agreement with the agency, but shortly after she publicly stated that she was forced to withdraw the complaint. The case went to the prosecution and, after 3 months, Onew publicly apologized to his fans. In 2018, the prosecution dismissed the complaint due to lack of evidence and inconsistencies in the testimony of the injured party.
것들이 있는데 저는 말을 안 해요. 좋아해도 말을 안 하고 싫어해도 말을 안 하고.
Number 3. Actor Lee Seo Won. The star, known for having appeared in the K-dramas Hospital Ship, Last Minute Romance, and others, was accused in 2018 of sexually harassing and threatening with a weapon a female celebrity whose identity remains unknown. The events occurred while both parties were drinking together, and Lee Seo Won had tried to kiss her and establish physical contact, being rejected by the other party. When the harassment continued, the plaintiff testified that she called her boyfriend for help, to which Lee Seo Won got mad at and started threatening her with a weapon. In the police investigation, the actor was in a very drunken state, even cursing and yelling at the police. Later in the trial, Seo Won pleaded guilty to all charges.
너무 긴장하고 많이 당황도 하고 그래서 아무 말씀 못 드리고 있어요.
Do you love our content? Hit that subscribe button on the bottom right. Number 2. Kris Wu, former EXO member. One of the most noted sex scandals in 2021 involved Kris Wu, known for having been part of the famous K-band EXO, specifically their Chinese subunit EXO-M. The whole scandal started when a woman decided to denounce through her social networks having suffered sexual abuse by the idol. At first, Kris rejected all the accusations of the 18-year-old girl named Do Meiju. This young woman shared that Kris could have committed similar acts against 7 other underage girls, with the same modus operandi of inviting them to his house to appear in music videos and other promises of fame, when he really forced them to consume alcohol to take advantage of them. The scandal reached the point that many famous brands withdrew their collaborations with the singer, and even in the Chinese community, many people who shared the same name with the artist decided to change it. Kris Wu is currently under arrest for the rape allegations, and the case is being investigated by the Chinese police.
I don't know, I feel like I'm just used to it, I guess,
Number 1. The Burning Sun case. Without a doubt, this is the case that most shocked South Korea and the K-pop industry in the last decade. Its name refers to the famous nightclub Burning Sun, located in the exclusive Gangnam-gu district in Seoul, South Korea, of which Big Bang's ex-magnate SEUNGRI was one of the main investors. It all started as a case of violence by the staff toward clients of the club, but it was soon discovered that behind the mask was hidden a prostitution network, drug trafficking, and corruption. A chat on the Kakao Talk application was also revealed where, since 2015, various idols, including SEUNGRI, were in charge of finding prostitutes for their clients, in addition to using it as a space for sharing molka content, sexual content without consent. It was in 2019 when, due to all these events, SEUNGRI cut ties with Big Bang after being accused of prostitution, gambling, and much more. The scandal also involved two other big K-pop stars, Jung Chun-young and Choi Chung-hoon, ex-FD Island, who were sentenced for aggravated rape for sexually abusing at least 2 women.
Check out this video. It's specially selected for you. You'll like it.